All right, let's talk about something that every web developer knows all too well. The pain of choosing a content management system. It often feels like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Well, today we're going to dive into a project called NextBlock. It's an open source CMS that's trying to break that cycle. We'll look at everything they've accomplished so far and, more importantly, get a peek at what's just around the corner.
Okay, so to really get what NextBlock is all about, you've got to understand the battlefield they've walked into. For ages, developers have been caught in this frustrating tug of war. Over on one side, you've got the old guard, think WordPress. Yeah, it's familiar, but man, it can be so bloated, so slow, and with all those plugins, it's basically a security minefield. Then, on the other side, you have these super modern, headless systems. They're fast, sure, but they can be a real headache to set up, a nightmare for editors to use, and just buried in configuration files.
All right, so here's our game plan. We'll quickly recap the problem we just talked about. Then I'll introduce you to NextBlock. We're going to look at its two main pillars, speed and experience. Then we'll get to the really exciting part, what's next in Phase 3 and how you can jump in.
So, into this chaos steps NextBlock. Its whole mission? To be that modern, refreshing alternative we've all been waiting for. So, what is NextBlock, really? Well, at its core, it's an open-source, developer-first CMS. It's built on some really cool modern tech. We're talking Next.js 15 for that blazing fast front end and Supabase on the back end for all the heavy lifting. But the tech is just the start. The whole point of the project boils down to three things: hitting perfect performance scores, giving editors an experience that's as smooth as Notion, and, this is a big one, making it completely extensible for developers.
And those three goals? They're not just marketing fluff. They are the three pillars that hold up the entire project. You've got built for speed, an editor-first experience, and being infinitely extensible. For this recap, we're really going to dig into the first two and see what's already been built.
Let's kick things off with pillar number 1, built for speed. And let me tell you, when they say built for speed, they are not kidding. This has been a core focus right from the very beginning.
And this isn't just some vague promise. We're talking about real, concrete engineering wins. They've set up caching right at the edge, which basically means your site feels instantaneous no matter where you are in the world. They're also super smart about loading code, only shipping the absolute critical stuff first. Plus, they use tools like Tailwind CSS to purge every last unused style, making the final website incredibly lean and quick.
You know what the #1 culprit for slow websites is? Yep, images. They can be absolute performance hogs. So, of course, NextBlock went after this problem hard. They've baked in the awesome Next.js Image component, which handles a ton of optimization for you. They've also enabled support for modern formats like AVIF, which are way smaller than old-school JPEGs. And you get those cool blur-up placeholders, so the page feels snappy, even while the big, beautiful images are loading in.
Okay, so the site is fast? Awesome! But what's the point if it's a total pain to actually use? That brings us right to pillar number 2, a superior experience. And this isn't just about the person visiting the website, it's about making life better for the people who build and manage it.
Let's talk about the content creators first. The team put in a ton of work to make their lives easier. The block editor got a major upgrade, making it feel way more intuitive, kind of like Notion. The media library is no longer just a chaotic dump of images, it's got proper organization with folders and tags. And, get this, they added one-click revision history. I mean, come on, that's a total game changer for any team that's actually producing content.
And of course, they didn't forget about the developers. This was huge. The whole project structure was moved into what's called a Monorepo. All that really means is it's now way easier to manage and scale the codebase. They also built a neat little command line tool so you can get a new project up and running in literally seconds. But maybe the biggest deal of all is the Block SDK. It's a proper documented toolkit that lets developers build their own custom blocks, which is how you unlock the real power of this thing.
Okay, so they've built this incredibly fast, user-friendly foundation. So, what's next? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. The project is officially moving into its next big chapter, Phase 3.
The vision is getting bigger. It's not just about building a great CMS anymore. Now, it's about building an entire ecosystem. And the roadmap for this new phase is locked in on 3 massive areas: e-commerce, building a strong community, and creating a marketplace.
And here is the big reveal. The focus right now, the thing that development is starting on as we speak, is the premium e-commerce module. We're talking a full-blown e-commerce solution built from the ground up to plug right into NextBlock.
Now you might be thinking, wait, premium?
I thought this was open source, and that's a great question. This is all about making the project sustainable for the long haul. They're using what's called an open core model. It's pretty simple, actually. Step 1, the core CMS itself, always free, always open source. That's the foundation. Step 2, they'll offer really powerful high-value modules, like this e-commerce one, as premium add-ons. And Step 3, all of this helps fuel the bigger vision of a community marketplace where everyone can share and sell blocks and themes.
So that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, and honestly, it might be the most important one. It's all about where this goes next and how you fit into that picture.
I love this quote from their site, "More than a CMS, an ecosystem." That just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The point here was never just to build another tool. The real vision is to build a platform, a community, a place where people can create amazing things together. Look, the coolest part about all of this is that NextBlock is being built right out in the open. If anything we've talked about today sounds exciting to you, this idea of a faster, better, more open web, then they want to hear from you. They're looking for people to give feedback, contribute, and just be part of the journey. So I'll leave you with this. The question isn't just what's next for the web, it's, are you ready to help build it?